seems like, we had a range-bound day after touching those all-time high levels for the Nifty. We saw it closing around 23,400 levels now is what the Nifty will be closing at. The highest level was 23,481, which was a record high, a new high for the Nifty. But yes, at the end of the day, didn't manage to hold on to those gains, gave up those gains, and now quite range-bound is what we saw for the benchmark indices. Let's pull up the broader markets that managed to sustain, recovered from the day's lowest point, and since then they managed to hold on to those gains. So look at the Nifty mid-cap, Nifty small-cap as of now, managing to hold on and closing with gains of almost 0.8% is the broader market. So what we overall saw for the indices, what we saw, FMCG again not performing well. Nifty FMCG also closed, is going to be closing in the red because we had, whether you look at an HUL, Britannia, Tata Consumers, all of them actually quite subdued and pressure building in on that front. While Nestle did manage to see some bit of a spike up in the day morning. What was the reason for Nestle spiking up was that, obviously the royalty fees that they will be paying the parent company, that was at the same level, 4.5% for the next 5 years. So we did see a bit of a positive sign coming in for Nestle on that front. But other than that, 23,400 for the benchmark indices. Nifty Realty holding on to 2% gain. So we had Soba Developers, Brigade Enterprises, Godrej Properties, all of them is what one should be keeping an eye out on. Nifty Bank also, overall when you look at Nifty Bank fell as much as 350 points from the day's highest level, and Nifty Bank closing absolutely almost flattish with a negative bias is what we could call for the Nifty Bank. Advance decline ratio though clearly in the favor of advances versus decline is what we saw. Other than that, let's look at Nifty IT because that was also chirped up in trade today, 1% of gains what we saw for Nifty IT. And in terms of the movers that came in, we had Emphasis that was in focus. We did have a brokerage note that came in there, LTI Mindtree, we had Coforge, TechM, TCS, all managing to hold on to gains. And the reason why we saw a bit of an up move for the markets was pulled up by the IT as well as the realty names that were chirped up in trade. Other than that, Oracle Financial Services continues to gain for the third consecutive day. We had commentary that came in a few days back from Oracle, the global company Oracle, which was there, but that was a positive commentary in terms of guidance. And after that, it continues to see that Oracle Financial Services, the Indian company, also continues to see a bit of an up move. Let's move on, talk about some of these nifty movers that we had today. DV's Lab, HDFC Life, those life insurance names were surely chirped up in trade after we saw the circular that came in terms of the surrender value. So yes, that is why we're seeing HDFC Life and SBI Life slight bit of a mutus, but HDFC Life was clearly among the gainers that we saw. Other than that, we saw M&M, Titan and which was quite perked up in trade, as well as DV's Lab, which managed to hold on to decent gains. When you look at it overall in terms of the move that one is seeing in the mid and small cap, what was outperforming today in the mid cap names is even a Paytm. So we did have announcements that came in for a Paytm, keeping an eye out on that one. Mazgaon Dock, Bharat Dynamics, Gujarat Gas, all of these managing to hold on to gains. That's how we'll be closing our day. Nifty remained range bound, but broader markets continue to outperform today.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.